could be the most unattractive guy in the world, but if you're adorned in all of the things, all the trappings they dream about, you represent more than just what you look like. You represent all the greatest possibilities in life.
1973. The Detroit Free Press's front page proclaims, "Dope kingpins get away with it." They had names like Jesse James, Pretty Ricky, the Black Greek, and Mr. Clean. 2 of the 12 men listed as Detroit's biggest heroin dealers were next-door neighbors. And in reality, they were the 2 largest heroin dealers in Detroit, dwarfing the other men on the list. Eddie the Fat Man Jackson, charismatic son of a pool hall owner, and his chief lieutenant, Courtney the Field Marshal Brown, a former city bus driver, had built an empire on a par with men like Nicky Barnes and Frank Lucas of New York. Theirs was a very different and in many ways more sophisticated operation than Barnes and Lucas's, based on family ties and finesse more than murder and mayhem. They truly were the Motown Mafia, and the saga of Eddie Jackson, Courtney Brown, and their families stretched from the 1960s and into the present day.
And didn't the OG say he thought the devil's demise led from that there was word on the street the devil might have been talking. Might have been, see, he whispering. He might have been cooperating. He might have been talking to them people.
He might have been, yeah.
Then we did, when you hear the stories that Al talks about in Roland, because I didn't realize till recently that Devil Jackson had been a chief lieutenant of Henry Marzette.
Mm-hmm.
So long before, and so Devil being the character that he was, as Marzette is sick and in the middle of this,
everybody.
he now circling around your dad.
Well, you already know the next thing they think coming up. And
Next up is the
who
is the
knows
fat
how
man.
Henry Marzette felt about that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one thing about it. When you're working for a guy like Marzette, that speaks for itself.
And Marzette supposedly on his deathbed to end what was going on, that whole gang war between the East Side, the West Side 7 and the East Side 12.
Stonewall,
exactly. That's when Detroit got its definition of the murder capital, is that drug war is going on. But supposedly, on Marzette's deathbed, he told his number one hitman that there would be a list of people that he needed to be took care of that he thought would end the war.
Mm-hmm.
And very shortly after Marzette's passing, Devil Jackson's demise, came to be. In fact, if you look at Roland, shout out to Al Prophet's Doc Roland.
Peace out.
He interviews a DEA agent by the name of John Sutton, and John Sutton says he was sent by the government to